Hey, so if you're watching this, maybe you're meant to hear this. If you experience bad temper, or if you have a bad temper, and I'm just talking from experience, I'm not saying that you do or you don't, but if you do, maybe this message is for you. Um, so, hit the punching bag, transform all that anger, all that frustration, all that stuff that you went through, all that bad karma or whatever you went through, and just hit the punching bag. If you have a punching bag or you have the money, go buy a punching bag on Amazon, and start hitting the punching bag, or go to the gym and start hitting the punching bag. Let that tension onto the punching bag. Punching bags are made out, the punching bags that you can buy online on, like a pet and your family members or your friends, or those people are in punching bags. The punching bag is a bag full of sand, or a bag full of a bag full of fabric woven together. Okay, so that's a punching bag, and hit that bag. Of course, protect your wrists, protect your arms, and start hitting the bag. Whatever you're pissed off at, let it out on the bag. Transform all that pent-up anger, frustration, whatever, and turn it into something positive. Hit the track, not hit the track, but go run on the track, go walk or go for a walk, let out some steam. If you want to rap, then do a rap about how much if you're good at that and you feel confident about yourself about rapping, then rap about it. If you like it, then do it. If you have a love for singing, then you can sing if you want. Transform that into working out at the gym, hitting, like pumping iron, getting your muscles, getting fit, staying in shape, whatever that means to you. Transform that into some exercise. Or if that doesn't work for you, try screaming in a pillow. If you don't have money for a punching bag, then go hit your pillow, on your bed. Just start hitting your pillow. If you're mad, start hitting your pillow, and protect your hands and your wrists by wraps and stuff, and hit your pillow if that's what you can do. Use the tools that you have. I'm not saying go out and spend your money if you don't have it. Just and use you could use go or Kia or whatever on a punching bag or a pillow, or scream in a pillow. That works a lot. And if you feel like you need to scream, then go freaking scream outside the window. Howl at the moon if you want. Whatever works for you, but don't take that anger and aggression or whatever you're feeling out on other people, or transform it into something good. You can give it to God if you want. I have a hard time with giving that whatever. I haven't transformed. I used to have a hard time transform my anger into something positive. And but other things that have worked also is play some video games, watch TV, and you can watch the game and use that frustration and anger to scream at the television watching the game. That's don't scream at the television. Don't do something physical, but just kind of and that's just my don't do anything stupid, but that's my suggestion, is that you just kind of transform that anger into something good. Watching television and screaming at the television isn't positive, but it's a good way that a lot of people get their anger out. So I don't suggest it, but I mean, that's one way that you can do that. There's many ways you can let go of your anger, let go of your frustration. There's many ways you can do that. But one thing that I don't recommend, don't suggest, I cannot recommend or give you advice, but because I'm a life coach, and one thing I suggest to you is go to, you can take classes and you can stay in anger management and whatnot, and you can do all kinds of stuff, but you gotta find what works for you, and you gotta find the things that work for you. If you have, anger, bad temper, or anger problems, and I'm not talking to I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm just kind of saying in general, but you gotta find what works for you. Don't take it out on, my suggestion is don't take it out on life, people, animals, plants, or buildings, or anything like that. If you have pent up anger and frustration and worry and whatnot, then use that to your advantage. Maybe it's a career change for you, or it could be if it messed up your career or your family or whatever, maybe then you need a change, and it's time for a change. We go through life, and sometimes life changes and shit happens, and sometimes just hitting the punching bag is a good way to let out your anger, or screaming at a pillow, or talking about your anger and what makes you mad, or your just talking about it with somebody. And that's the best thing to do. And you need to do that. I mean, if you want to pretend you're a superhero and just let out your anger on, whatnot, on a pillow or whatever, then do so. Whatever motivates you to let out your aggression. And if people say rude shit, or be disrespectful to you, then just transform all that negative. And if they call you names or whatnot, or you're hearing shit that is not good for you, then just transform all that negative emotions and all that is going on in your life, whatever it is, or something bad happened to you, or multiple bad things happen to you, then transform that. So there's many ways to do that. You just gotta find one thing that works for you, or several things that work for you, and then go do it. A lot of people use video games as a tool, and to let out their anger, and some people use working out or running as a good way to let out their anger and let out their stress. Some other people use swimming, or another way of working out. There's different ways to really let go of what is getting you angry. Now, people are gonna they're gonna say shit and call names, especially towards children and young adults. People are gonna say shit and get you upset, and for one reason or another, it's just gonna happen. And if I apologize, if I'm not looking at the camera, I have ADD, I don't pay attention to the camera. And I also apologize if I'm not rolling my eyes at you. I'm just like kind of like talking, and I talk with my hands a lot. I talk with my I don't actually look at the camera, and that's just kind of like how I teach, I guess, or how I do my life coaching skills, is like I don't exactly talk to them without looking in them in their face most of the time. It just, that's how I am. I don't know. But yeah, those are some good tips. Good, well, not good tips, good suggestions that you can take. And I mean, I'm not here to make you upset. Okay, I'm just trying to give you suggestions. If you're in school, or you're in like wherever you are in life, if you're a student or not, then you can better your life, you know, and transform that anger into something. You can use that anger for other things, you know. Some people use their pent-up anger and their frustration to take on a career, and if you're a college or whatever, and if your parent is comfortable, you can use that to take some lessons of, you know, martial arts and kickboxing, and you can transform all the anger and put into that if you want. And you can use that emotions and transform whatever you're feeling into that. Another thing you can do is you can do like some people, I'm not saying all, as I've seen that you could do pro wrestling or wrestling, and so that's like a good way. I don't suggest it if you're underage. I would suggest that you get a parent approval before you do something like that. If you're older and you're over 18, then you can go and do that if you want. You can use all that pent-up anger and frustration, and if that's something you want to do, go do it. Okay, you know, transform all that, whatever you're feeling, into something good, you know, and something positive. And you can make a career, you know, a good career, and still like channel that anger and frustration and all that stuff that you've been through. Channel it. Channel your anger, channel your frustration, channel, if you can't let it go, then channel it. Channel your anger and frustration, channel it and into something positive. And also, and I'll do another video of something else that might help as far as spiritually, but just kind of like that's like the best way to go about your bad temper. You need to find a way to deal with it, but talking about your feelings is good with somebody, and working through your emotions, whatever they are. You know, if I had, you know, you're working through this and that and the other thing, shit happens all the time to everybody, you know. I know the feeling. I haven't been through what you've been through, but I've been through my own shit, and so I understand what it's like to get pissed off, and what it's like to hold a grudge and shit, and what it's like to hold on to that anger, and what it's like to hold on to that, you know, whatever is causing you to be stay mad. But you need to come from a place of, once you're done removing the anger or releasing it or giving it to God or whatever you do, then you need to learn to forgive people. Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes people make multiple mistakes. Nobody is perfect. The average human makes 100 mistakes a day. So, that's what it said online, at least. People make mistakes. I make 100 mistakes all the time, and I have disabilities, whatever, but I'm not perfect. Nobody in this world is perfect, and you don't need to be perfect either. Everybody's got something. If they don't got anger issue, they got like some other issue. Some people got 1 foot bigger than the other. Some people got 1 hand bigger than the other. Some people got whatever. Some people got like other issues. They got disabilities, or they got some other thing going on with them, health problems or something else. Everybody's got some kind of issue. Nobody on this earth is like perfect. So the only person that is perfect is God. And the only person that can judge us is God. That's the only person that has the right to judge us. I come from a long line of, my dad has issues with getting pissed off and whatnot. And anger can destroy a lot of good things in a person's life. I'm not saying it did it for you or it didn't. What I'm saying is that don't let it destroy you. If it destroyed you, you can remake yourself and rebuild yourself. If it took you down, then you can build yourself up again. So don't let it take over all of you. Correct your behavior before it starts. Think about what you say before you do it. Think about what you say before you say it. If you want to do something, think about what you want to do before you do it. I say of a lot of stuff that I don't save it. I transform my anger into something good. If I feel like doing something like knocking a table over, or doing something else, I could see myself doing it, but I'm not going to actually doing it, whether it's violence or harming or hurting someone. I would never harm or hurt anyone, but there's a lot of people that would. So I stop myself before I do things. Think about what you want. Think about what it is in your head that you see before actually doing it. And think about your actions. If you do this, such and such, then what actions will you get back? The other thing is, don't hold back. If you have something to say, then say it. Yeah, if you have something that is on your mind that is bothering you, go say it. If you have something that you want to do, like, whether it's go freaking skydiving or, whatever it is, then go do it. Nobody here, is holding you back from doing what you want to do. So, whatever that means to you, you can go do that. If it's something positive, and just go do it.